All right, folks. I hope everybody's doing well. We're going to be in battle time here pretty soon. So we have three divisions. Garland Juniors is up here to the north. They kind of redeployed us weird when I loaded back in from the save. You saw the tail end of the last episode. We actually could deploy further forward, but whatever. Weird things happen when you load into saves. But anyways, most of Garland Junior's division is up here. Cable's division is out here, and Kershaw's is over here. We haven't hit the play button yet, but the actual point that matters, so we have a 0 point victory point, go figure, a 3 pointer. This is actually more of a meeting engagement because whoever holds the 5 pointer is kind of who's doing who has the most points on the other side has to attack. So anyways, the Union has an entry point there. Yeah, they also have the one at Centerville. I don't see any others, and so we don't really know. I mean, from either of those, they could easily take this line down into Island Ford, and we're going to find out. So we're going to send Perry out to scout up here, maybe to the McLean house, and then we're going to send the Head and White Cav out, probably to Island Ford, and then maybe up to Lewis Ford. And I think we're just going to try to send Garland's group over land to the road here, and then I think that probably the point you want to hold the most is Island Ford. There is an argument to be made to also hold this hill if we are pretty sure that we're not going to get attacked from over here. Because if we are, we had a fair amount. Oh, we can upgrade? I thought I upgraded everything to level 4. Anyways, it appears to be upgraded. Okay, well, I guess it's mostly level 3 and some level 4 here. Anyways, these are pretty good parapets. It's overlooking open ground. You know, if the Union wanna kind of form out in a line and they do it before they get to the creek, they're going to get slowed down. And if they do it after the creek, they're going to be pretty close. So that's where we are. It's late in the day. It's probably going to go to the overnight reset right here. I don't know. That pontoon doesn't seem to help me, but good to know. We're starting out ahead in terms of the balance bar, so that's fine to know. We'll send White up there, Garland Jr. just to reduce the order delays. Head over there, Cable up here, and yeah, Beale's artillery is here. I was hesitating to maybe, we could probably send Smith up to the road in any event. But Beale could also, I normally like to have artillery near the road, but my thinking was that if we get attacked from this side, we can almost just pivot them, and they should easily be put into action against any attacks, at least on this side of the road. So that's the thought process. I'm doing my obligatory air quotes here. Well, none of you can see, but yeah, doing that. All right, I thought I sent Perry up, but a mind is a wonderful thing to lose. So, anyways, he'll go up now. And I guess this is as zoomed in as we can be. Without being able to see much of the map at once. Here we can kind of at least see how things are going. Okay. Yeah, so we see them out here. Perry, you could fall back. That's fine. Kershaw can fall back as well. So, yeah, knowing that, I think I'm more inclined to maybe turn Beale's artillery like this. Start moving Smith's artillery. Now we could... I was going to keep it near the road, but come to think of it, maybe we'll just also deploy it. Maybe we'll just deploy it there. If the overnight reset's going to come along, then it's going to come along, but the artillery is the slowest stuff, so we have some time to wait on that one. But Garland Jr. is going to move up to there. That's fine. I think we put Lowry on the road over here. McAllister right here. Steedman up here. And then maybe just move both of those. Just in case we do see a pretty big infantry push from the other side. We want to have something there to try to deal with it. But yeah, Garland, it's fine. I don't know. It looks like it's pretty clearly coming this way. All right. So then Kershaw can move back. I think we're just going to move Jenkins. We're going to move Jenkins over here. And honestly, to keep... I might actually move Jenkins back a bit. To try to keep Kershaw's division together. We might actually just move McClaw's over there. This is kind of reminiscent of the mistake I made here last time. Okay, we'll order you up. We'll put you in double quick. McAllister, we're going to order you to reinforce. And again, we'll put you in the double quick. Lee, I believe, is part of Cable. Yeah, he is. So then Lee can come down and more or less take Jenkins' spot. Where is Cable? I don't know. But I think we need him to worry more about the rank and file than some of the other stuff. And honestly, Head could probably scout just as well over here. Bet what's going to happen there. La la la. So all that's fine. Let's just speed her up. Well, I didn't know I outnumbered them by that much. For some reason, I was remembering a previous battle, and I thought we were even or slightly ahead. Yeah, I didn't know I was up 3-1. So that ended up being a whole lot of maneuvering for nothing, but I do that. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some action for you. It has been for a couple episodes now the tail end of the 1863 campaign year. You can see it's October 20th. So I believe November 1st is still the beginning of the winter. What they count as the winter and winter quarters. And I think December makes more sense, but then it kind of go. But then I usually have it go a month later, and I don't know. Yeah, I could probably do without November being counted as winter, but I understand. I understand why. Anyways. Yeah, I get it. Wow, I think we still captured 500, if I read that correctly. But that was a battle of Fort Whipple. Yeah. So we've hung on there. Cable's division. All right, we'll at least play this forward at 1x. Over here, it's very odd. I never thought the Union would come back or be able to lay claim to that supply depot. Oh well. Me. Well, I guess the lesson we should have learned was just burn the supply depot when in doubt. So they're actually moving the no. No, don't. Nah, no reason for any of that. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna rush them down there and see if we can just... I guess there is like this little area you can move up and maybe get that supply depot and burn it. Well, anyways, we'll see how that plays out. How Hazen hasn't just broke and ran from all that, I will never know. What happened over here? That's the Army of New England. So, I must not be reading these front lines correctly here. Well, I am puzzled. I guess they're gonna move all the way. They're gonna move all the way out there. Sure. We're gonna move back to the railroad. Well, anyways, that makes it easier to call on Lee's Corps should we need it. So they got 3 divisions. They have 3 divisions. No. I don't want to do that. I just wanted to, like, see if we could climb. They want me to go that way. I mean, I have a feeling they're just going to come down anyways. It's such an odd, just an odd way of doing it. We do have Gibbons' division over here. So we'll do that. We want to send Ewell against Hazen and just try to force him out now. Maybe. Is Fulkerson really out of supply? No, he's not really out of supply. Alright, stalemate at Nashville. That's good for us. And, yeah, something of a stalemate over here as well. Stribling. Level 3 foot cav. Expert scouts. Good at moving. I think we can put him in scouting. Donovan. Alright. Price is almost ready to scout. Donovan, not so much. And yeah, I still haven't made that additional core over here and given it some time to train, but I was trying to give the finance. Hey, I think my national morale went up a little bit. I think it did. Maybe a point. I think it was 61 at parts of the last episode. Men fielded is dropping for them. Huh. Wonder, no, there's no supply depot up here. Alright. Man, they were moving slow. Holy moly. Over here, it's just winter quarters all around. And I don't know, is everybody here just like giving up? You know, I think we're just gonna stop down at Stanton. I don't see a reason. Well, I see a reason, but I just don't see this going well. So we'll just have to live with him there and hope for the best. I swear that used to be 42 million, and now it costs 43 million. Man, the price of everything's going up. All right. Ooh, propaganda. I don't know. I don't know if we're just out of that one or what the situation is. What I think I'm going to do for your benefit is to pause you and create... Well, let me make sure. I'm thinking of just creating that additional core. I think the credit can handle it. We got a battle to fight though first. What is this? Is this a real battle? I don't know, man. It says 10,000 of them versus 15,000 of us. But I feel like we could also easily lose that. Is Wallace's division attack? It looks like it's trying to attack. Could also get Fulkerson's division into the fight here. I don't know that we need Lee all the way down here. If all they're going to do is retreat, I think we could... Well, I guess as long as we're near rail lines, we should be able to get anywhere pretty quickly. Johnston, I can't remember who he has. Ewell, Smith, and Coleman. Alright, fine. So move Johnston. Preston is not part of this group. By the way, where is Smith? Oh, he's way up here. Alright, that way we're a little bit better sorted. Oh, they threw another division in here. This is... It seems a little bit more interesting now. You know what? It's interesting enough to fight. It's 23,000 of us versus 18,000. I mean, those are the infantry numbers, but the cav and the artillery is usually proportional. It's close enough that the AI could really screw it up. And then we'll see how long this goes. Maybe that'll bring us in an episode, or maybe we'll just throw you on pause then. And then recruit that corps that can just muster and maybe do a little bit of training over winter, and then hopefully is usable by the summer of 1864. I would expect the Union to regroup and try again in 64. They still have a lot left. They're not out of it. So we got Union entry here and here. So hard to know for sure. I guess the worst case scenario is just a direct push to Island Forward. And let's see. It's a 0. This is like the same battle. We're just starting with fewer troops. Honestly, I don't even think there's a point in using engineering points. We're just like a little too far away for them to matter. So we're going to close that out. Close that out. Yeah, we'll do that at 7 a.m. And we will get moving. Now, I should have done a bunch of things, but I didn't. For right now, we'll order everyone up. This kind of keeps them close to the road, but we're going to detach a bunch of those folks. Garland Jr., yeah, I think if we can hold those heights, that would be good. That's about where I want the artillery. Anyways, so as those orders go through, we're going to take the artillery battalion, detach it. We're going to take cavalry, detach it. We're going to do the same for Beale. And the same for Head's cavalry. And we'll let those play out. And then we'll probably send Head over Island Ford, maybe White over Lewis Ford, and then up the Warrenton Turnpike. And we'll just react from there. Man, I see that little tiny beat up regiment. I'm like, how are you still... It actually, hold on. Hold on. Looks like there's a lot. Oh, no, it's not. All right. It just appeared that way. All right. No cold steel. And Head goes here. Gonna make a joke about the inside of my hat, but I'm not going to. Canby should be Union. Yeah. Okay, Cable. Yeah, you should evade and throw some scouts out. White. Doing my best Bob Ross impression there. Yeah, well, we're still going to send you... Oh! 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 Okay, we're no longer going to do Bob Ross impressions. Instead, we're going to do our best Jesse Owens impression and get back across the island forward as fast as we can. Now, is it worth it to get the artillery up here? I would say probably not. But it might look cool to do. So, in warfare, as everybody knows, it's more important to look cool than actually be effective. So, I exemplify that here. What? They have 30,000? I really didn't read some reports. And by look cool, I don't mean look cool. White. I guess maybe you can move up a little bit. I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. McAllister, I guess you'll have to move up. Probably gonna have to do that at the double. Lowry. Similar idea. Lee. Yes, yes. Don't know that you need to be there, but I don't know if I can afford to wait. Oh, sorry, Head. Yeah, no, I didn't mean that. I meant that. There you go. All right, so we're gonna get you down. We'll get you loose, and we'll just have you hang out at Island Forward until we can kind of sort out the infantry situation here. And let's see what the intel predicts. Wrong Confederacy. There you go. Wait a minute. Where is Garland Jr.'s division? That is that is what's up here. Okay. I don't know why that was so hard to figure out, but yeah. Huh. Well, good luck to us. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to go. Probably not great. Bagby Jr., why don't we just get you moving? Just to get you out of the way. Alright, we'll do all that. Hope for the best. Put this away. And try to enjoy the visual feast that is Grand Tactician. Played it in lossless scaling with someone's improved 3D textures mod. It's a ting of beauty. All opinions to the contrary are wrong. Where are you going? Oh yeah, right where I ordered you to. Alright. How convenient. Yeah, you know what? Just stop where you are. That's close enough. It could be anywhere. Fortunately, the other artillery battalion's not going to show up for a while, and possibly not even on the right hill. So the decision to lug this artillery up here might be worse than it seems. And it doesn't seem good. Alright, so we got them. I think for now we're going to move these guys here. there's a good chance that in the end we're just going to move them to the other side of Island. If they're going to try to force everyone across here, then we'll, you heard him. Really want to make sure. You know what? Scouts here might be all that we can do. Might be all we get. Like, you guys might need to move over here. You guys might need to hedge a bit. It's hard to say. Moving so slow. I think if we move this brigade up, we can at least get its skirmishers up far enough to contest the crossing fully. I suspect from McAllister's brigade, the skirmishers will be up, again, close enough to contest the crossing entirely. So that's good. Yep, you all know what you're doing. Here, I don't know if you're trying to move at the double, but you should. I think you're in the way of the artillery. Alright, we got artillery cooking. That's what I'd like to see. Not sure how they're able to do that, but I'm not going to ask. I'm also not really sure what they're aimed at. Aren't you aimed that way? Keep those shells coming, boys. Yeah, I think this is fine. Considering we might need to lug the other battery up here, I'm cool with this. You guys don't have any line of sight to anything? Oh, you do. I guess somebody was maybe just out of range, and then you realized, oh, no. The yapping is cool. It's just, it's too frequent. But then again, I broke this from brigades into regiments, and so that probably has something to do with the frequency of the yapping. Yes, double quick your way through. Taking a quick glance in the distance to just see if we see any dust. Like, you see this dust here, you see some there. Might be some way off in the distance. I guess we can kind of justify it with... Well, we can justify some of that stuff, and so... Reason to believe that probably the rest of the Union is coming this way. Okay, that was not cool. Not cool, man. Alright, none of this is worth me losing my cab over, so we're going to pull the cab back. For now, we'll kick out skirmishers from these guys as well. That's right, they could have had a pontoon here. That is very odd, whatever that is. Like I said, there's sometimes too much yapping. Push those skirms up into the woods. Probably do the same with them. Yes, we get it. That sounded like somewhat heavy fire. Okay, so apparently we've picked stuff up here. Alright, maybe Bagby Jr. needs to sit here along the road. You heard the man. Alright, the second line that doesn't normally kick out skirmishers, we're just going to take them now. Just because everything we can invest in defending this crossing is probably worth it to us. Alright, I can't watch bad cavalry play. I can't do it. That is a thick skirmisher screen. I don't know how those guys are hitting their shots, but good for them. Must be playing with the new War of Rights update. Alright. Got that there, we got that there. This is your brigade, yeah. Alright. Well, I think we gotta put it out here anyways. It's a little further away than I'd want it to be, but we gotta make room for this artillery battalion to get into position. And it looks like we should be able to do it with pretty good shots. We'll see what this gives us. We might have to finagle some of this, but that should be alright. Alright. Hopefully that wasn't causing anyone to go deaf. Hopefully. That was pretty cool to see. That was also pretty cool to see. Kind of looked like mortar fire, but whatever. Alright, the 10th South Carolina. Ooh. You're reading the 12th. I can see the AI's been recruiting here. Also, what did I do with my cav? I pulled it out over here to the flank, which should help. This is actually not at all bad. They've chased off a lot of skirmishers. And if the rest of their friendlies could take advantage of it, they could do quite a bit of work here. I think as it stands, though, it's probably going to go terribly. Because now they've pushed into the thick line, and yeah. That didn't take too long. Oh, we're also playing at 2x. I just realized that, so. Are you guys, like, exhausted or something? Because you got trapped up in your friendlies? No? No, they're not. Okay. Alright. Cable. Get with your boys. And Garland Jr. is in the process of doing that. Perhaps this brigade should go sit at the crossroads. Steedman's brigade, just in case we need the help over here where we're getting pressed. Seems that the Union has understandably decided to shoot my skirmishers out of the woods. And we have some of the very few units that are left with mixed muskets. I still can't believe it. I can't believe that there's any. Although I didn't look at every single corps. That is true. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my goodness. Because an episode or two ago, I took what I thought might have been the last core, and we upgraded all the small arms. We didn't have a whole lot left after that. Hold on here. So you guys are the ones that actually have good long-range options. Yeah, so whatever reinforcements I was gonna, or whatever skirmishers I was gonna get, I think I've pretty much had those shot off, with a few exceptions. But I want these brigades to shoot anything that's coming out of here. These guys, I'd really prefer they hold their fire, but they can kick out skirmishers. All right. Firing. Alright, so they all appear to have targets. The Union is capping Island Forward. I think that's just going to happen. How much lead has been thrown at that group? Thompson's detachment. They are the heroes right now. Tell me you're all still firing. That's all I want to hear from my artillery. Yeah, they haven't put out skirmishers, so that's fine. Oh, there's Steedman, alright. Odd audio glitch. Rifle. I don't know exactly what the Union's going for here. It doesn't look like a... Doesn't look like a very strong attack. Let's see if I've missed anything here on the... Yeah, I'm missing something here. Did not see that. I'm glad I kept these guys here after all. Anyways, we'll move in there. Okay, we don't need scouts in cold steel. Move that cab there. I may actually withdraw this battery over here. Try to deal with anything that comes across. Union can feel free to beat its head against this wall, that's fine. Oh, are they going? You know what? We got to check that out, and I think we have to move Steedman. I think we have to move Steedman up here and get some skirmishers out and figure out what's going on. A lot of crossings they could be at up here. kind of condition are these guys in? Well, in that case, may want to make sure we get there quickly. Do I still have skirmishers over here? I must, but I don't know where. Or no, they're just laying down. All right. How's my artillery? Have we been taking shots? No. Nah, we haven't. It's fine. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, they seem to split, so I'm not sure where the split is. I don't want to click on them and have it give it away to me. It seems like a pretty junky way to do it, but should have good interior lines on the backside of several choke points. It's not like it's just one or two choke points. It is several, but I think we'll be okay. I don't know what the Union is doing here. Alright, that sounds like the skirmishing up here. I'll do them the favor of They may have the advantage against skirmishers, but I think eventually the volume of fire there is gonna matter too. So this to me makes it look like they're going gonna go down here. That's what it looks like. The thing is, like, as they move this way, they actually have a pretty short distance to go from here to here or here to there, and I have to either defend. I mean, I could sit back here, and then I could probably be here, but they might get across by the time I'm able to see it. Let's see. The only other thing I can think of to do is drop skirmishers here and then roll around, roll the infantry back on the road. So I think we probably want... Here, we'll back you up. I don't think we want to stick out quite that much. So that is what I'll do. I'll do that. I'll drop those skirmishers. I'll drop these as well. Garland Jr. needs to move a little bit. Steedman might have to go to that crossroads and just be ready to move anywhere. What do we got here? We have 27th North Carolina. Okay, I doubt they brought their parrots. Fayetteville, Mississippi's. We're actually not doing that much damage to their cav. So, seeing that, I don't know why it thinks that would be moving forward. Yeah, I think we just kind of want to withdraw from that fight. And I think we gather Hughes' brigade back here, and we, oh no, I wanted to, well, you know what, it's fine. It's fine. Just take them with you. Put the skirmishers back in. The Union doesn't seem to be doing a very good job of contesting this, so... Oh. Well, I was a moment too late. And I'm gonna reverse myself again because this push actually looks like it's starting to work, and I don't see anything out here. I mean, we have cav, well armed, quality. I think we need this infantry here to deal with this push. This push is no joke. Unfortunately, boys, that's what the order is. So far, they're alright over there on the far left. Unless the Union actually came down and around on the right, I think we're fine. We really just gotta look at the center right now. I think we might even begin. Moving off that way. gonna bring the cab that's over here and not really doing much. I'm gonna bring them over here. Maybe the Union still wants this. It's hard to see what's going on in here. But while the Union is partially crossed, we'll counterattack. And over here, it looks like they have not at all given up on this ford, to my surprise. That looks like a break right there. Maybe, maybe not. Union actually has several regiments across. I did not realize they were this thick back here. So they came over, they started shooting, and now they're withdrawing. I can't say I understand it. Yeah, I just lose a lot in the woods over here, man. That's rough to be that guy. That's a rough casualty. Alright, we got him close to breaking here. I think Steedman's boys are tired of marching. I think they want some... Alright, we can't give them the charge order, but we'll do our best. Another one I did not see until it was too late. Alright, I think that they're retreating. It looks like they've pulled back over here. I don't see any real action over here. Alright, we can pull this cab back. Can pull this brigade back, which is Bagby Jr.'s pretty beaten up here. Yep, and there they go. I don't think we're going to get to claim too much here. Yeah, there was no press down. And this battery never really got manhandled back into position, so. Alright. Here, let's speed it up because we're in garbage time. And that'll do it. $1,500 to 5,000. I mean, if we actually were outnumbered 2-1, and I didn't read closely whether that was the case. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because usually when you're outnumbered, right, the size that outnumbers you just can throw more lead at you, and you know they're gonna hit more. But I think if the second attack that actually made it across, the one that we were watching at the end, I think if that had gone on about the same time as the main press on the point forward, whatever it is called, I can't remember, I think they might have done quite well. I did actually have a lot of fresh brigades over there, and those were actually the better ones. But they could have used the weight of numbers. The troops on their side, kind of in that wooded, hilly area, they would have had a good shootout with us, and the weight of numbers would have told. So, all right. So for them, how many are out of the war? Basically 2,000 are out of the war for them, and for us, it's maybe 300, 350 that won't actually come back. So that was actually, yeah, phenomenally good one for us. And that was up here, and that was in. We lost our lossless. All right, we have it back now. So it wasn't. I don't think it was Garland Jr. that had those problems. Or by those problems, I mean those terrible weapons. Fayetteville's, Mississippi's, Richmond's, I mean, those are fine. Cable, it might have been. Plains Rifle, Richmond. Alright. So. Candle. So, looks like one regiment in Lee's. And we'll just give them Mississippi's. And so then I guess it was McAllister that just had absolutely trash weapons throughout. And yeah, they deserve an upgrade after that. Fayetteville's, sure. And Plains Rifles. I usually save those for out west, but we'll give it to the 5th Native Regiment. And then, I don't know, I assume that everything here is fine. Okay. So it looks like it was primarily McAllister's brigade. Well, that solves that mystery. Wow, Cable is beat up. It's because the Union just keeps besieging Fort Whipple, and he has to keep going in. It's just not fun. Where is Martin, by the way? Oh, is that the MA? That might be him there. In any event, how is the blockade? It's not a big deal. Not yet. No, you've been halted. That actually probably is right. So is that. Alright, I think that's going to do it for me. And yeah, I'm going to try to remember to go build that core that I've been talking about, but haven't actually got to. And yeah, maybe once it trains up, maybe in 1864, if we're looking for some busy work, we'll send it to go capture those ports. But since it's on my mind, I'll do it as I hop off this episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. There's clearly more to do, and so I hope to have you back for the next one.